guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk to you about a new palette that I got. I went ahead and bit the bullet and I bought the new Natasha Denona Star palette. This is what the box looks like. It's very cute. I have a thing about boxes. I'll probably save this one. The palette size is pretty large, as you can see, compared to my hand. It's a good sized palette. Inside it does have a mirror and it has a protective covering with all of the names of the eyeshadows on them. And here are the shadows themselves. This guy right here in particular, very super messy. When I got the palette in the mail, and it's warm here still, it was like 80 some degrees here today. The texture of it, it was, first of all, it's a soft eyeshadow anyway, but I feel like the heat made it even worse. And so when I opened it, it had started to crumble just a little bit in the corner. So what I did was I used the protective covering and I pushed it back into place. And decided to wait to use it until it cooled down a little bit. So that obviously didn't work because when I opened my palette, all of this fell out. So I think that that is just one of those types of textured eyeshadows that's just going to be crumbly. So what I wanted to do was read to you from the Natasha website about the eyeshadows. So there's these are new shades, 18 of them. There's 4 crystal eyeshadows, 9 creamy mattes, 3 metallics, and 2 duochromes. The Real Chroma Crystals is a new breed of sparkling eyeshadow created with crushed diamond pearls for extraordinary reflection. And I'm guessing that the one that is crumbling is one of the Chroma Crystals. Her matte formula is a cream-like shadow in powder form with absolutely no fallout, and I can attest to that. I didn't get any fall down with the matte shadows that I put in my crease. There are metallics and duochromes, popular metallics and duochromes, and dazzling new shades. It is actually right now available on Natasha's website. It hasn't sold out. Honestly, I wasn't expecting for this palette to sell out because of the price. So it says here for properties, buildable and blendable, long-lasting with super strong color payoff due to outstandingly high percentage of pure pigments, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and talc-free. The palette is separated into warm and cool sides. Give me a break. That color just keeps crumbling. I'm really starting to get super annoyed with that. Like, I'm going to have to be super delicate with this palette. It just keeps crumbling. I feel like, I don't know, I just pushed it back into place. I feel like that should not be happening for the amount of money that this palette is, but whatever. Okay, so the warm side of the palette is the left side. So this is the warm side, this is the cool side. On the protective covering here, there are little sort of like abbreviations here. So CM would stand for creamy matte. Let's see, DC stands for duochrome, which is this one here. And then this one here with the K, that one is a crystal. So this one here is the same texture as this one. This one, when I got it and I opened it, I don't know if my finger sort of caught it, but they're just very super soft. So if you get this palette, definitely be careful with those two textures there. They're really super soft. So overall, I do really like the palette. I can't wait to try other color combinations. Now you guys know that I like immediately gravitated to this one here, these two. What's funny is those are on the cool side of the palette. I really do like all of the shimmer shades in this palette, and I can't wait to try that texture, these two here at the top. I was told that those go on better with a glitter glue, so I do have this one here from NYX that I'm going to go ahead and try with those two. So you guys will definitely see at least one more look using this palette, and I'll try to do that this week sometime. But overall, I think it's a great palette. I like how the eyeshadows perform. Do I think it's worth $169? No. I don't think the mattes perform any better than any of my other eyeshadow palettes. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about the palette for now. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demo and show you guys how the shadows perform. Like I said, you will see me using my finger. I used my finger to apply this shimmer shadow here. That was something else I was told too. My friend Vanda said that she uses her fingers when she applies those. So I figured I'd go ahead and take her advice and go ahead and apply it with my fingers. So But yes, so that's it. I'm going to quit rambling for now. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below. If you got the palette, I would love to read your thoughts below. Also, another thing too, if you have Natasha Denona and let's say you have Viseart or Visart, let me know how the two compare because I've honestly been thinking about getting a Viseart palette next. But I'm still kind of on the fence about that too. After spending the amount of money on this and realizing that it's not mind-blowing, I'm going to be a little bit more sort of like apprehensive about spending large amounts of money on an eyeshadow palette. So that's it. If you'd like to see how the shadows perform, stick around. I'm going to do a little demo next. All right, we are going to start with this color here. It is called Flesh. It is a creamy matte. And I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush to apply this to my crease and then blend it up onto the brow bone. I would have liked to have seen a better transition color in this palette. I'm used to using Saddle from MAC, so with this color, I really had to build it up quite a bit to get it to where I wanted it to be. But the end result was nice. I really liked how it turned out, but again, I did have to add several layers to get it to the color that I wanted. Next up, I'm going to be using this color here. This one is a matte finish as well. It is called Earth. And I'm going to be applying this to the outer corner with my blank canvas E10 socket brush. And basically just concentrating it in the outer corner and slightly through my crease here. I will bring that color down slightly onto the lid, but the main concentration of color is going to be in through the crease and slightly up onto the brow bone. Now I had to add several layers of this. Had I used a brush that was a little more dense, I probably wouldn't have had to add so many layers, but I do like to start light and build. I never like to start with a color too dark. I like to build it up to get it to where I want it to be. Then I'm going to go back in with Flesh on that MAC 217 brush and just blend out the edges, make sure I don't have any harsh lines. I do like this color. It's really very pretty and very soft, but you do have to build it up to get it to be just a tad darker. Now we're going to take Bellatrix. This is a metallic finish, and I was told that these go on better with your finger as opposed to a brush, which I tend to believe. I used the palette today, and I used a brush to apply the metallic finish eyeshadow, and it wasn't as intense as when I used my finger. So I would suggest using your finger unless you are going to wet your brush with like Fix Plus or something to apply it. But I think overall it does look better when applied with the finger. And I did get some fall down with this metallic finish, as you can see. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Mary Luminizer from the Balm to highlight the inner corner. Again, this palette doesn't really have, in my opinion, a very good sort of all-around inner corner highlight. So that's why I chose to use the Mary Luminizer. And I thought it went pretty well with this look. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on a wing. So I'm just using some tape because I didn't want to spend too much time trying to create a wing. So applying tape is pretty foolproof, especially if you're not very good at applying a wing. Now I'm going to go back into Earth, and that's actually a lip brush. And what I'm doing is I'm really concentrating that color in the outer corner, in through the crease, and then pulling it slightly up onto the brow bone. And then I'm going to go back in with my E10 brush just to blend everything out. I wanted to darken it up just a bit more. And I curled my lashes and applied some false lashes. And now I'm taking Earth once again on a MAC 212 brush, and I'm applying that to the lower lash line. If you wonder why that brush looks so funny, it's because it's an old one and I cut the bristles. I customized it. Then I'm going to take a little bit of coffee eyeliner from MAC and apply this to the lower lash line and push it in between my lashes. And then I'm going to use my Japanesque pencil brush to blend everything together. And this is the completed look. I hope you guys like my look for today. I think it's really pretty. I like the palette. I'm going to leave more thoughts down below. So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.